Good evening, everybody. This is Rabbi Karen, and we are here for our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. I'm glad you are all here with me this evening. We are on Zoom with Toby, Ellen, Ziona, Sue, James, and Rudolph. We are on Facebook. We are on Shalom. We are on YouTube. We are here. So I'm glad you can join us. And before I go any further, it's an apology for yesterday if you tried to get onto the service. Rabbi Deborah could not attend the service, and I was going to, but I was not going to be home. So, talk about a simcha. I had my father's 96th birthday. So before we left, I tried to set the whole thing up on my iPad. And even my techie son came over. We could not set it up. There's just things that Rabbi Steve put into this so that, I just pressed a button that you didn't see. And we're now on Facebook and we're on YouTube and we're all over the place. Couldn't do that last night. I'd only be able to do it on Zoom. So therefore, the decision was just don't do. We missed a service last night, so we'll daven twice as hard tonight. And sometimes that kind of stuff happens. Thank you, Ellen. I got a hearty mazel tov from her. So, and it was nice. We ordered in dinner and sang happy birthday, and it was a lovely evening. But I wish I could have shared it with you too, but it's the way it is. And so we are here this evening. Okay, let's get to our share screen. And we'll get to slideshow, start from the beginning. Okay, and this is our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. Hine matovu manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad, hine matov umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad, hine matov. Shevet achim gam yachad, hine matov. Shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is and how pleasant when we dwell together in unity. And now our call to praise. Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach le'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever. Oh, there we go. More technology problems, I see. Okay, this is when we look at a sunrise and a sunset, we think of Adonai's blessing to us. That the physical manifestation of gorgeous sunrises and sunsets. Believe me, I'm up at 6 a.m, most magnificent sunrises you can imagine. Remind us that Adonai separated light from dark and dark from light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma boteach she'arim, uvidvuna mishaneh etim, umachalif et hazmanim umsader chochavim b'mishroteim barakir kirtzono. With wisdom you open gateways, with understanding you alter times. Vary the seasons and assign the stars to their watches in the sky. Creator of day and night, who rolls light away from darkness and darkness from light. You cause day to pass and bring about night, distinguishing between day and night. Source of all forces is your name. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshek v'choshek mipnei or. Uma'avir yom u'mevi layla. Umavdil bein yom u'vein layla. Adonai tzavaot shemo. El chai v'kayam. Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Li'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. And therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Okay, I'm just going to stop the share for a moment. Let's see who's on. Marvin has joined us. Sharon has joined us. So it's lovely that we have so many people. Albert, Shalom. Have a good evening. I'm so glad Albert's with us somewhere out there in Cyberland. I don't know which venue he's at, but that's wonderful. All right, very good. Let's go back to our share screen. And now the prayer that states our creed, who we are, a prayer we don't ask, but a prayer that we state. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently to your children. And you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you rise up, and when you lie down. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy, holy unto your God. Mi chamocha balim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, norati hilot, osef eleh. And as Miriam and the women went through the miracle of the parting of the Red Sea, they sang, "Who is like you, O God, amongst the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God," they cried, "Adonai will reign forever and ever." Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. I just want to check something for a moment. Okay. Now everything is looking great. And let's go back to the sharing the screen. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'chamidenu malkeinu l'chaim ufrosh salenu sukkot shalom mecha. Adonai, bless us. Please remove the hate from the hearts. Please bring peace. Please bless those who are hostages in a war, those who are living in fear and in danger, those who are suffering with disease, war, famine, and sorrow. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are a protecting and saving power, truly a sovereign power. Gracious and compassionate are you, God, our going and our coming in life, in peace now and for all eternity. Spread us over your shelter of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who spread your shelter of peace over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Okay. And Let's see. Okay. We're going the wrong direction. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei rabba v'yamadira chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yo umechon uv'chayei decho beit Yisrael bagala uv'zman kariv v'yimeru amen yesh mei rabba mevorach Le'olam le'omei maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yiroman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha b'richu le'la mikol b'chata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram b'alma V'yimeru, amen. And let me put on Restream. Roland, good evening. I'm glad you could join us too. This week's Torah portion is called Tetzaveh. Last week in Parshat Terumah, we studied the construction of the tabernacle. The table, the menorah, and the altar were also described as to how to be constructed. The details were made of gold, copper, wood, and fine linens. Design, measurements, and carvings were precise in depiction. This week in Parshat Tetzaveh, the details of Aaron's garments as high priest, HaKohen HaGadol. We are also informed of the garments of his sons, what is to be sacrificed and when, and the utilizing of incense by the high priest. Garments to be worn included an ephod, linens, gold rings, stones in an engraved breastplate, and a head covering. When reading the Torah, it is a mirror of life thousands of years ago. The description of garments sounded foreign, hard to imagine. Were these familiar to the children of Israel? Were these typical of the times of other countries? Was this the garment of the many religions of the time? But the people knew, they knew that clothing makes the man. Let's be modern, clothing makes the person. Aaron's garments would set him aside. Only when wearing the high priest's vestments in full could he enter the tabernacle. It set him aside for sacrifices, lighting the menorah, and for burning incense. Full cycle, today we see the semblance of these garments. Anybody know where we see these garments today represented? Anybody? Jews dressed the Torah with ornaments that Aaron wore. We keep the symbols that kept Aaron and his sons different than other men. We honor HaKohen HaGadol as we honor our Torah. Please note that the Catholic Church has prescribed similar vestments for the hierarchy of their priesthood. So you can see where that has been borrowed. Dr. Andrew Weil says, the positive aspect of clothing is to fashion on how you view yourself. Wearing the jersey of your favorite sports team or the number of your favorite player, it makes you feel proud. Who wouldn't feel pride wearing a Yankees t-shirt during the World Series? That's for us New Yorkers. Or a shirt showing off your favorite band or political philosophy. Or clothing that makes you look exceptional. Who would get tired of all the compliments? Rav Dov Ben Pinson wrote in Energy of the Week, higher garments indicate position in what a person does. They are garments for a higher occasion. A Supreme Court judge will wear a special garment to sit on the bench. The wedding gown of a bride. The kita worn on Yom Kippur. The garments made for HaKohen HaGadol. Rav Dov Ben Pinson also writes, At their highest state, garments could be an expression of one's innermost self. Aaron's vestments gave him a higher state. Conversation, daily chores, and everyday food was not allowed to Aaron while wearing his priestly garments. As Aaron donned them, they were an expression of his innermost self. Do we express our innermost self? HaKohen HaGadol was in a higher state, in a state of holiness. How can we transform ourselves, our inner state? Is it simply wearing a special clothing, or perhaps having deeper meaning as meditation? Should we eat special food or honor traditions? Should we approach Adonai with as much reverence and respect as Aaron, wearing his garments, approaching the tabernacle? How do you get there is a special journey we all need to take, as individual as the garments we wear to make us special. Okay, let's continue on. So we too can be special. Dressing up for synagogue. Yes, we used to call it our Shabbos best. And then another outfit for the high holidays. We had all these outfits for, but yes, that's all part of it. Or maybe dressing differently for your job than doing the everyday. I have a friend who is the general manager of our clubhouse, the whole community, 2,000 people. And in the beginning days of COVID, when everything was on Zoom, she was fully dressed in her work outfit, at least from the waist up, because it was on Zoom. She could have been wearing jeans and sneakers underneath it. I doubt it, knowing her. But I'm saying she felt she was at work, even if it's in her living room. And that she had to wear the clothing that showed who she was, her innermost self. Something to think about. Something that I think a lot of the kids today don't get. But that's another sermon for another time. Okay, let's go on with our service. Now let's take a few minutes to listen to the prayers in our hearts and in our minds. Okay, this just doesn't want to work nicely today. All right, let's go back. Oh, oops, I realized I didn't share it. Oh, say shalom bimrumav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru, imru, amen. And now our prayer for healing. So I will stop the share as you and the people on Restream can type in are the names of those who need our healing thoughts and prayer. Albert, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed. And let me go to my Mishabera list. I'm sorry to say I feel like it's getting longer each week. Sid and Joyce, Boomer, Luna, and Sammy, Rob and Lisa's daughter, Ronnie, Seal's daughter, Rabbi Allison's daughter, Chana Bat Leola, Miriam Bat Shulamit, Carrie, daughter of Bonnie, Leslie, Mindalea Bat Chaya, Maxine, Marsha, Marlene Bat Sylvia, Bobby, George, Dean, David, Yaakov and Charlotte, Samantha, Carolyn, Joel, Lance, Shana Bat Shlava, Samir, Henry Cole, Naomi, Melissa's father and mother, Stephen Bucksbaum, Howard, Ziso Razel Bat, Seal, and Bev. All right, let me look on our chat. I'm hearing about everybody's getting dressed stories. King Charles III, yes, Dorothy, Marlene, Jean, David, Lucky, Kitty, Granny Franny, Donna, Mildred, and Adam, plus a kitty named Pack, who was attacked with an arrow. We are praying and hope is improving. Yes, L&D and all other cancer patients, and in Israel, who are now in need of peace and healing. Rosa Bat Lily, Rabbi Deborah Bat Hannah, Brenda Bat Estelle, Georgette, Stephen, Sharon, Daniel, Carrie, Eric, Gabe, Iris, Christina, Granny, Franny, Bob, Tucson, Jim, Al and his wife, all who need healing, everyone at Seem Shalom, everyone in need of healing, Israel IDF, James's sister Nicola, and her newborn baby Nathan, all those suffering physically and emotionally and spiritually around the world. Pearl Bat Ethel, oh, wait a minute, okay, Chava Bat Elsa, Bessie Bat Gloria, Johanna Bat Charlene, survivors of violence and natural other disasters, IDF and Eretz Israel and hostages, those caught up in the war, all Sim Shalomers and all animals and all our animals who need healing. The hostages, all Sim Shalomers in need of refuah shlema, Rabbi Devorah, James's mom Tina, and check on Restream. Candy Garlit, Deb Badur, Dave Hall, Charlene Top Annie, and Joanne. I think it's Charlene Bot Annie and Joanne. All right. So let's begin. Let's go back to share. Misheberach Avotenu Mechol Habraha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Marvin, please give us the names.
My brother Howard Gruber, my cat George,
And don't forget yourself.
myself.
Okay, thank you. Please mute yourself.
And can I just,
Ziona, I don't hear you.
sorry, can I add the friends and family of Cindy Bat Gloria? Some of them are having a hard time with her death.
Absolutely, for sure.
In particular, some people are having a hard time. All of us are having a hard time, some of them more than others.
I understand, and our hearts are out, go out to them. Misheberach imotenu mehol habraha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, v'lo samanu kimishpuchot adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'goralenu kihol hamanam, אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמן והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד. ושמו echad. We recall the loved ones whom death recently has taken from us, those who died in this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of Adonai's kingdom. Yit Gadal v'Yikadash Shemei Rabbah Yalmad Divra Hirute Yamlich Malhute B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dekol Beit Yisrael Bagalav Zman Kariv Yimru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mivorach Li'olam Ol Mei Amaya Yitbarach v'Yishtabach V'Yipar v'Yiroman v'Yitnaseh V'Yitadar v'Yitalei v'Yitalav Shmei Dekudusha B'Riachu Le'elam Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Tush B'chata V'Nechemata Damira Mi'alma V'Yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabbah Min Shemayim V'Chayim Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Rumav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yimru Amen. And may all those who are in mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for being here tonight with me. I'm just looking at any more. Okay. All right.
Toda Rabba, Rabbi Karen.
Oh, no, thank you all.
Thank you.
Everybody's in chat. All right, very good. Oh, does anyone know how Barbara's doing?
She's doing for Barbara Kirsch.
Yes.
Yes, she's doing pretty well. She said she was going back to work from home starting today.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good thing our prayers worked.
Yes, I think so.
Right, James, thank you for joining us this evening.
That's okay.
We are here Monday through Friday. And if you're
Okay.
interested in any of our other classes, our J-Leap class, perhaps an upcoming Rabbinic or Cantorial class, go to seamshalom.com and JSLI. And, you'll see all types of programs and things that we have and do. And
Good.
be well, everybody. Have a great
Thank
week. Be safe. And
Yes.
see you all next week. Take care.
Shavua Tov.
Thank you,
Bye.
Rabbi.